Today, we're going to talk about an incredible animal that uses its eyes in ways you wouldn't believe, the chameleon. Yes, you may already know that they change color, but what you may not know is that their eyes are super powerful and work in a totally different way to ours. To understand this better, let's use a scientific study published in 2020 in the journals Seminars in Cell and Developmental Biology by researchers Hadas Ketterkatz, Tidarlev Ari, and Gadi Katzir from the University of Haifa in Israel. The title of the article is Vision in Chameleons, a Model for Non-Mammalian Vertebrates. Independent eyes. Chameleons can move their eyes independently of each other, which means they can look in two places at once. It's as if you could watch two different movies, one with each eye. This is super useful for them as they are lurking hunters. While one eye keeps an eye on the prey, the other keeps an eye out for danger. But don't think that their eyes are just independent. The study shows that they can also work together as a team. When the chameleon needs to hide from a predator, for example, one eye stays fixed on the threat while the other scans the surroundings for a safe place. It's as if one eye is the bodyguard and the other is the strategist. X-ray vision? Almost. Chameleons also have an incredible ability to calculate distances. They use lens accommodation, the ability of the eye's lens to change shape in order to focus on objects at different distances. This allows them to know exactly how far away their prey is before flicking out their tongue. And speaking of tongues, did you know that the chameleon's tongue can stretch up to twice the size of its body? It's as if its tongue could reach the roof of your house. This super powerful tongue is sticky and works like a giant piece of chewing gum, trapping prey and taking it straight into its mouth. But the most impressive thing is that the chameleon only launches its tongue if the prey is at the right distance. If it moves back a little, it gives up and goes back to scanning its surroundings. It's as if it had a ruler inside its head. Camouflage, masters of disguise. Of course, we couldn't fail to mention the chameleon's camouflage. After all, this is their most famous feature. But did you know that they change color not only to hide, but also to communicate? The vibrant colors can be a warning signal to other chameleons, or even a way of attracting partners. And camouflage isn't limited to body color. Chameleons' eyes are also camouflaged. They're almost completely covered by skin with only a small opening for the pupil. This helps to disguise them among leaves and branches, making them even more stealthy. Chameleons, science superstars. The study we used as the basis for our podcast is just one example of how important chameleons are to science. They are real living laboratories, helping us to better understand the vision, movement, and behavior of animals. And for those of you who think you've seen it all in terms of vision, get ready. Chameleons also have super sharp color vision, which helps them identify prey and predators even in crowded environments. It's as if they had a special filter in their eyes that highlights the colors that are important to them. But how does all this visual paraphernalia work? Scientists have discovered that chameleons' brains are different from ours. They have an area of the brain called the optic ceiling, which is responsible for processing visual information. And this area is overdeveloped in chameleons, which explains their incredible ability to see the world in such a unique way. By studying chameleons, we can learn a lot about the evolution of vision. Researchers believe that chameleons developed all these visual adaptations in order to survive in complex environments such as tropical forests. After all, to hunt moving insects and hide from predators, you need eagle eyes. And the cool thing is that by studying chameleons, we can learn a lot about the evolution of vision in vertebrates. After all, they are an extreme example of how natural selection can shape the eyes and brain to meet the specific needs of each species. Conclusion: chameleons are an incredible example of the diversity of life on Earth and the ability of living beings to adapt. They show us that nature is an inexhaustible source of wonders, and that the more we study it, the more we are surprised by its beauty and complexity. And just like chameleons, we humans are also constantly evolving, adapting our senses and abilities to meet the challenges of the modern world. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll have eyes as powerful as theirs. And that's all for today. Folks, we hope you've enjoyed finding out a bit more about the incredible eyes of chameleons. See you next time.